Basic e-bike rider safety, collision awareness, trail and pathway etiquette. Being aware of collision scenarios and common trail etiquette can lead to safer riding for you and everyone you encounter. Let's start with some scenarios that you should be aware of as an e-bike rider. The door zone is the area alongside one or more parked cars to where a car door extends when opened. It is a dangerous place to ride and should always be avoided. Drivers or passengers may neglect to look behind them when opening a car door. To avoid getting doored, always ride outside the door zone, even if that means riding outside the bike lane. Typically, this means riding 5 feet away from parked cars. The right hook is when a cyclist is passed on the left by a motorist traveling in the same direction and the motorist fails to yield to the cyclist when turning right. When approaching an intersection, position yourself toward the middle of the lane to be more visible. Ride with awareness of surrounding traffic. Scan beside and behind you, always being alert to vehicles potentially turning in front of you. The left hook is when a cyclist is traveling straight through an intersection and a motorist traveling towards the cyclist fails to yield, turning left directly into them. Be aware that motorists may underestimate your speed as an e-bike rider. Take caution when traveling through intersections. Make yourself visible by positioning yourself in the middle part of the lane and anticipate that irresponsible or distracted drivers may not see you. An overtaking crash is when a motorist attempts to pass a person on an e-bike and does not leave enough room between the car and the bike. More and more cities are adopting separated or protected bike lanes, which greatly reduce the type of crash. In the absence of protected bike lanes, ride in a visible position on the roadway, be predictable, and follow the rules of the road. Trucks, buses, RVs, SUVs, and cars with trailers have larger blind spots and may not be able to see people on bikes. Ride with caution when around trucks and large vehicles. Remember to always position yourself where you can see the side mirrors of the large vehicle. If you cannot see the side mirrors, the driver cannot see you. Be aware that trucks and large vehicles can create wind blasts when traveling at higher speeds. This wind blast can cause a person on an e-bike to become off balance. When on higher speed roads with large vehicles, always ride alert with both hands on the handlebars. Ride in the rightmost part of the lane or shoulder that is safe to ride. First and foremost, know the rules of the trail. Certain types of e-bikes may not be allowed on the trail. Rules can vary by state, city, or even by trail, so be sure to check the local laws before heading out. Be courteous and yield to other users. Do not obstruct the trail. Move off the trail when stopped. Ride on the right side of the trail unless passing another user, and ride predictably. If riding at night or at dusk, use a white light in front and a red light in back. Be considerate and leave your light on a lower setting so trail users traveling toward you are not blinded by your light. When riding with others, do not use more than half the width of the trail so that others may easily pass you and users coming toward you can get by. Depending on the width of the trail, this may mean riding single file. Beware of uneven edges where the trail width ends. If you bike off the trail edge, do not attempt to steer back onto the trail. Slow and stop. Obey suggested speed limits and be especially cautious around children, dogs, and wildlife like squirrels and rabbits, whose movements can be abrupt and unpredictable. Use caution at trail crossings where trails merge. Slow your speed and watch for cross traffic. Always give warning when passing another user, regardless if they are on bike or foot. Say, passing on your left, or use a bell. Slow down and give warning far enough in advance so they anticipate your pass. Assume people will not hear you the first time and give a second warning. Allow at least 3 feet between you and the trail user you are passing. Only pass when it is clear of oncoming users and always pass on the left. Be predictable. Warn other trail users of your intentions to turn, slow down, stop, or pass. Always have at least one ear available to hear the sounds of the trail. Being able to hear others approaching is important to safe riding.